When I clicked into the exam, the first question was literally something that I did not know, and I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I cannot take this test right now. I need to breathe at this point because I can't do this. I just need to take a minute and pause. So she handed me the paper and I looked down at the pass or fail and it says, what's up, hey fam, it's your boy Zai. Welcome back to my channel, and today I have a very big announcement because I officially have passed my New Jersey real estate exam. I am so excited to be starting this new journey of my life. If you guys remember in a previous video where I talked about applying for over 40 internships and not being able to get an internship, which I'll have linked right up here somewhere, but if you guys watched that video, I told you guys that I struggled finding an internship for the fall 2019 semester that I needed for a class. So in efforts to basically try to find another way around getting an internship where there was no opportunity for me, I decided to take a real estate class, which I completed in the end of July, and I recently took my test on August 29th. By the time you guys see this, I don't know what the date is going to be. As I mentioned in my last video, I am doing batch videos from now on, and I'm going to be trying to upload at least 2 times a week. So hopefully that I can stick to that and have time to edit and things like that. But I will most likely be using my weekends to edit since I have the most time on the weekends that are free, of course. And I'll share with you guys my experience. So I was originally supposed to take the New Jersey real estate exam. I believe I was supposed to take it July 30th. But a lot of things happened and so much stuff had came up that I wasn't able to take the test on July 30th. So I ended up having to reschedule the test. So I ended up waiting and waiting and waiting. And then I started forgetting all of the information that I had just learned. So I literally had to relearn everything that I'd learned from the class. If you are planning on taking the New Jersey real estate exam, I would definitely recommend getting Pocket Prep. I paid $45 for the app, but what you get with the app is a guarantee pass. And basically what that means is that if you take the exam and you don't pass it on your first time, they actually pay for the second test, so you don't have to pay another $45 to take the exam. But you're basically paying for an exam and you're getting a free study guide along with it, which was amazing. It was actually very helpful, and I felt like it gave you more information than what you need to know on the test, which is also very good, especially when you're going into the field of being a real estate agent. And when it comes to doing investments and working with commercial properties, it gave a more in-depth look at it, as well as some things that I didn't even learn in real estate school. I took the accelerated 4-week class, so it was Monday through Friday from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. And when I tell you, after working a 9 to 5 and then going to a 6 to 10, I was so drained by the end of the day. Like, it was so hard for me to try to put my focus into studying after the class. But luckily I had some really good instructors. They made it very easy for me to understand the concepts. So I really didn't have to spend too much extra time studying, and I probably would have had my real estate license much earlier. I would have had my real estate license much sooner, but of course, due to circumstances, I wasn't able to, and I had to relearn everything like I said. But it was actually a really good experience. I had a great experience with my instructors. Everybody in the class was super friendly, and they actually brought out more knowledge than I thought I would have gotten from the class, because during the real estate class, it wasn't just about the book. It was actually the real estate instructors giving you their own experiences with the properties that they worked with and things like that. So that was also like a very nice incentive of going to the school as opposed to taking a class online. So being a New Jersey real estate licensed salesperson, you're only allowed to sell 1 to 4 family dwellings as well as commercial properties, as well as make contracts for 1 to 4 family dwellings and rental properties. New Jersey has a law where there's no reciprocity, which means that your New Jersey license cannot stand in any other state. So if you're planning on going to another state or moving to another state or anything like that, you would have to get licensed in that specific state, and you'll also still have your New Jersey license. So my plan is to actually get my license for New York City next. So I'm actually planning on taking the New York City licensing class maybe sometime in the spring, and I'll have that under my belt as well. So I'll be able to sell properties in both New Jersey and New York, and you know, I'll just make that kind of like some extra money or something like that. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out when we get there. I'm gonna tell you guys about my testing experience. So when I got to the testing center, I was super nervous. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I was literally shaking. You can literally see my hand shaking, and you can feel the anxiety. Like, you can also feel the anxiety in the room with everybody that was super nervous. It was just so crazy. But another thing is, when you're taking a state exam like this, not everybody is there taking the same exam. So the person that sits next to you can be taking the bar exam. They can be taking a number of those tests. So it doesn't matter if you try to cheat, which you definitely can't. But basically, you're in a room full of people that are taking various tests, and the amount of people that are probably taking a real estate test with you are maybe, let's say there were 30 chairs, maybe 10 or 15, 10 to 15 people max taking the real estate exam with you. Now, when I got to the testing center, they made you sign in. Of course, you need 2 forms of ID. I provided the man my 2 forms of ID. He checked me in. Okay, great, everything was good. So I go to the next station, and the guy is like, you have to empty your pockets, and you can't have on any watches, no smart watches, no anything. So I literally had to take everything off, take everything out of my pockets. The man in front of me literally, like, I don't know what he packed to take this exam, but he had too much going on. Like, he was pulling stuff out of every single pocket that he had on him. And this man had a trench coat on. He had on his trench coat, and then he had like his vest and all of that stuff. So he was literally taking everything out of all his pockets. Like, he was like, yeah, put that in the bag, put that in the bag, put that in the bag. It almost looked like Santa's Christmas sack. He had so much stuff that he put in his bag. Me, I just had my phone, my wallet, my keys. And then once I put all of my stuff in the bag, it's sealed, so you can't open the bag at all. And I go take my picture. This picture is terrible. I'm not gonna show you guys my picture. It was super bad. So you'll realize when you go take your exam, the pictures are not the greatest quality, and it's in black and white when they print it out on the paper, which I'll get into a little bit later of what the paper is. I took a seat in the waiting lobby with everybody else waiting to take their exams. Like, you can literally feel the anxiety, and everybody's like, it was just so much pressure. And at this point in time, you don't have your phone, so you can't look at your phone. You don't know what time it is. You're literally just there. Once everybody's items were collected, he explained the rules. He said if you need to use a bathroom, you need to come out, sign the book. The codes are on the door. Restroom breaks are literally only 5 minutes. You get 5 minutes in the bathroom, so on and so forth. You come out, you go back to your test. You can't take anything with you. He said if nobody has any questions, you can go in and you can start your exam. So I head in, and I'm super nervous. I'm looking for my testing desk, and I'm like, oh my God, this is it. Like, this is the moment. This is the moment that I've been studying for. This is the moment that I was literally built for. Like, I knew going into that test that I was not leaving with a fail. Like, I knew 110%. I mean, maybe 98%, but that other 2% was real low. But 98%, I was like, I got this. Like, I've studied so hard. Like, I know I can pass this test. When I clicked into the exam, the first question was literally something that I did not know, and I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to fail. That was the moment. I was like, that is it. Like, all of my confidence is out of the door. Like, that is it. Like, I cannot take this test right now. But then I gave myself a little pep talk. I'm like, look, you having a good day. All you're gonna do is you're gonna go through this test and you're gonna do it. I left number 1 blank. I'm gonna keep it a stack. So I moved to number 2, and I'm like, all right, I know this answer. Move to number 3. All right, I know this answer. Move to number 4. I know this answer, and so on and so forth. When I got to question 60 of this exam, I kid you not, like, I started seeing double. At this point, it was like, finish him. I was so done. If you guys don't know, the real estate exam is 120 questions, and they give you 4 hours to do it. So at this point, I'm like, I can't answer not one more question. I'm thinking too hard. My glasses done fogged up. I can't do this. So I ended up using a bathroom break. I'm probably an hour and a half into the test out of the 4 hours that they gave me. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just go to the bathroom real quick, wash my eyes out, and you know, just breathe. I need to breathe at this point because I'm halfway done and I'm like, I just need to take a minute and pause. Wash out my eyes, look at myself, and I'm like, yo, you're doing great. Go back in there and you're gonna crush that last 60 questions and you're gonna be a licensed real estate agent. That's it, that's all. I finished out the 60, finished my test. The lady at the desk gives me my paper and her face, you can see it on her face. She's like that's what her face looked like. She looked sad. She looked like she didn't want to break the news to me. So she handed me the paper and I looked down at the pass or fail and it says fail. And my heart dropped. Like it literally dropped. I'm like, oh my God, I just failed. And I was feeling like I was doing so good. I felt it that I passed. I felt it. So I look up because your image is printed on your paper and it's not me. She gave me the wrong paper. And I'm like, miss, this isn't me. And she's like, oh, really? Oh, I'm so sorry. She said, where's your stuff? And I said, oh, I left it in the room. I didn't know I was supposed to bring it. She said, can you please get your stuff for me? So I'm like, all right. I go back in there. I grab my stuff. I come out and she looks at me. Well, you passed. So she handed me my paper and I'm like, are you kidding me? Like I passed? Are you serious? Like you can't be serious right now. Like I passed my exam. And she's like, yeah, you passed. And then the guy behind me, who's also a proctor, he's like, shh, like you're being too loud. And I'm like, bro, shut up. Like you just don't understand what just happened. Like I just passed my real estate exam. I'm amped. Like I'm totally amped right now. You can't tell me to calm down. Then I left and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I feel so accomplished. I passed my real estate license exam on the first time. And I couldn't be more proud of myself. If I could relive the day again, I probably wouldn't because of all the stress and anxiety that I was going through. But thank you guys for listening to this story of how I passed my real estate exam. I'm just so overjoyed. I feel like I'm reliving it all over again. If you guys like this video, make sure that you give it a big thumbs up. And I will hope to see you guys in the next video. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.